Hello GASBAGS, it's Jade Plays Games. Welcome back to another Ark Survival Evolved video. Today we've got loads of information from the live stream that happened yesterday, the community live stream. Jen was giving out loads of information, well, a little bit extra information about what to expect from the Extinction DLC. Some of it sounds pretty interesting. I've got to say I am pretty excited about some of these changes and some of the creatures. They also confirmed there is going to be 4 Titans. Yes, that's 4 Titans. So before we get into all of that business, we're also going to be talking about the update that's just hit PlayStation 4 to fix the broken bones, as well as a few other bits and bobs going on in and around the world of Ark Survival Evolved. So come with me, it's the Ark News. Let's go. Alrighty then, there was a small update for the PS4 yesterday, and I presume Xbox will come next week. We knew the bones were broken in single player, or if you was logging off a private server sometimes, it would mean that your bones would disappear. It wasn't meant to happen, it is a broken thing, there is something wrong with it. It's been fixed on the PS4 supposedly, but not on the Xbox One just yet. It's likely that won't be actually fixed until next week, unless it comes through today, the update for Xbox. They don't really generally oversert stuff over the weekend. So if you're still having problems with your broken bones on Xbox, you're going to have to probably wait till next week. However, there is also some other bad news with the PS4 update. It's broken Primitive Plus again. Primitive Plus can't get no love, man. They just ignored that mod. They made the creator work on all sorts of other crap, just never update it in time. It's still missing features, and it's broke again. Now, in an attempt to fix the advanced workbench, which was basically making loads of items it shouldn't do. You could unlock loads of different engrams that shouldn't be in Primitive Plus, the total conversion mod. It's broken Adobe structures. Lots of you reporting on official servers that all your Adobe structures have disappeared. They were meant to remove certain things to do with metal, I do believe, BMF gates and stuff like that. But instead of just removing that element of it, they have removed every single bit of Adobe. Now, some reports are saying they're okay, but I've heard lots on Discord and I've seen a few people ask on Twitter saying that their Adobe structures are completely gone. It's probably going to result in a rollback. If it doesn't result in a rollback, there will be blood, because that is a big thing. If people have been building Adobe bases and all your Adobe structures are gone, that is pretty crappy. So if you're having that problem, or if you've not updated it yet, you might not want to play Primitive Plus just yet. Don't play Primitive Plus until you get another update, or till you definitely know it's all clear if you've built your whole city out with Adobe structures, just in case. So that's all the kind of stuff going on and around Ark. Let's get down to the really exciting stuff though, Extinction. I am still disappointed. I made a massive ranty video for about 45 minutes talking about how disappointed I was in Wildcard, but I'm going to leave that just for Discord users, and I may send it to the devs. There's no point in being overly negative. I haven't got the patience or the time anymore. It's just not worth it. I really wanted the DLC to come out. That's the main crux of it, and I really feel like they didn't maybe do good enough in telling us why the DLC has been delayed so long and why they left it so late to tell us. Okay, so anyway, let's move on to the Extinction stuff. As I said, I'm not going to get into it too much with that, but loads of information came out during the live stream. Every 2 weeks they do a community live stream. They show off stuff, they interview people. They had the Echo Mods creator on this week, and it was really good to see all her work, see all the stuff, why she makes stuff. And they also spoke to the creator of the 3 new dinosaur skins they added as part of the archaeology event. That was really cool as well. Basically, modders are doing all their work. No one at Wildcard is actually making their game anymore. They're just outsourcing it to modders. It was a separate modder that made all 3 of them brand new skins. Nothing to do with anyone that actually works at Wildcard. So, come on Wildcard, what are you working on if all your modders are doing all your business? Anywho, loads of information. Kicking off with the Titan has got 4 versions.
So, the Titan in the trailer is one of 4, and he is called the Frost Titan.
That's right, you heard correctly, the Frost Titan. It looks like there's going to be elemental aspects of it. We're probably going to get some sort of Fire Titan, some sort of Water Titan, and that would definitely tie into all the gossip for years now. We've talked about a boss underwater, or a sunken obelisk, or a sunken area, and these Titans are all going to be inflicted by this corruption, and it's going to be part of how you take them down, this purple corruption. That's what Jen was kind of talking about the Titans. You are going to be able to tame them, of course, and that is a big aspect that you probably know by now already. But 4 Titans, 4 of them, so basically 4 mini bosses that you can go and try and take on in the game. It's pretty cool on one map. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot.
You can basically go into a fight and then throw out your cryopod and your creature will come out.
Jen is talking about the Cryopod. Now, the Cryopod is probably one of the more interesting things with the technology. It is like Pokemon. It is like a Pokeball. You're going to be able to carry the Cryopod around with you and place it anywhere you want. And when you place it down, you can technically bring your creatures into a fight. There are some limitations with that, though. You're not going to be able to troll people and just bring out 20 Rexes in front of their base. Dinosaurs will be staggered. They won't have a clue what's going on when they first come out. It's going to take them a little while. So basically there's going to be some sort of buff. Probably a little bit like when you get knocked out or a dinosaur has that glow above their head. They won't be able to do anything for a little while. Also, weight is a factor. You're not going to be able to carry every single creature in one of these cryopods. Weight is still a factor. Obviously, if you're taking 10 T-Rexes, that's going to be a lot heavier than 10 Raptors. So you still have to take that on board when you're carrying these around. But they are pretty much like a Pokeball. You put them into it, as long as you've got power running it, always, you can keep them in there indefinitely, rather than an obelisk that runs out after 24 hours.
And you can keep it inside of that cryopod basically infinitely, as long as you keep where it is stored powered. And it'll have to be kept inside of the chamber in which you make cryopods, if that makes sense.
So that's really good to hear. It is going to be powered by Element, and that's what Jen said as well. It's probably going to be powered by Element, and it's just going to be another addition to the tech tier, I'm guessing, where you can do this stuff. So what uses are you really going to be using this for? Well, I guess for base transportation. Instead of leading your 50 dinosaurs across the mountains to go to an obelisk to take on one of the bosses, or just to move base, you're going to be able to pop them into your little pod and then just walk around, and hopefully it will reduce the weight for you. Another aspect is these gas bags and the balloons. Borrowing heavily from like Fortnite, these balloons can be shot down by other players on PvP servers. So if you're using these balloons, which if you don't know, they set them off into the sky, and then you can literally make them go back to your base and drop off any gear or items. Enemy players can shoot them down. It really is the case of them being able to loot it. So obviously in PvE that's not a problem, but on PvP that is a massive problem. She also alluded to the fact that the gas bag, the creature that is more of a balloon shape, is pretty much like the Quetzal of the sky. It's going to be the one that carries the most items. You're going to be utilising it in that way. And again, with that creature, you blow it up, it inflates, and then it takes off, and you'll be able to ride it, carrying lots more items than you probably ever used to carrying. Also loads of information about the synthetic creatures or the robotic creatures, and basically they're going to be craftable, some of them. The very first scout one, the little drone you saw, that is a craftable dinosaur or craftable creature, whatever way you want to call it. It's craftable. Now they're not completely robotic, they're synthetic as well, so that is why it's making sense really. They're not decided if how many of these other creatures are going to be craftable or, you know, being able to make. They're talking about the Enforcer. If you don't know what the Enforcer is, it's that little blinky one that was doing the teleports. She had loads of good information about that too. She said it's not going to be OP. You're not going to be able to teleport into people's bases. If there's a wall in front of you, you're not going to be able to just go through that wall. It does act like a rock drake though. It can climb walls, it can climb vertical, it can climb upside down. So you're going to be able to ride that creature, the Enforcer one, and just pretty much, it's going to be massively OP. It's going to be a little bit like a Fire Lacko, I reckon, in the way that it can move around really quickly. I mean, the rock drake's got that same ability as well, even better because it can hang upside down. But that was the general gist of what's going on with the brand new creatures. There was some more information. She was basically reading off the PC Gamer interview. I find it really odd that the only bit of information they're giving us is from an interview they gave with PC Gamer. I mean, they're giving us more info, which is great because it's made this video happen, but where's some like official stuff? Where's some official posts? Where's some proper interviews with just the developers? It'd be really nice just to get some extra info put down somewhere, you know, a real detailed post about some stuff that's going on. But clearly, if they've not even decided which creatures can be craftable or not, the DLC's got a long way to go. It really does feel like they've only just started making this DLC. It really does feel like this DLC hasn't even been thought about until now, which worries me. It does worry me because it means we've still only got 6 months till it comes out, and that's pretty much the time frame that Aberration had, and look at the problems that Aberration had when it launched. Anyway, don't be too negative. I'm trying not to be. Extinction looks good. It looks exciting. It's got lots of these synthetic dinosaurs. Not everyone loves them. I'm not a big fan, but there is elements I do like being able to craft your own creatures. I was really looking forward to maybe seeing some hybrids. Maybe you could do DNA splicing to make better creatures. So not just mating, but maybe you could take some attributes from some dinosaurs and pop it into a machine, and you could actually tailor stuff, put points into a creature before it was even born out of like a DNA machine. That would be really cool. I wish they'd done something like that. Maybe they will, who knows. But that was generally the gist of what happened on this week's community live stream. Loads of good info. I will leave the link for you. It's on the VOD on the Twitch channel right now. You can go and watch it back if you want to. It will give you more information, or you can capture anything else that I might have missed. That was generally the most important bits that I found, really. Talking about the Enforcer, talking about the 4 Titans, talking about the craftable creatures, talking about the gas bags and the cryo chamber, how the cryo chamber is going to work. Of course, we'll get much more information in the next few months to come. The Extinction Chronicles is happening. Brand new skins, a new tech dinosaur every month added, or I was saying every month, it might be more than that, and there's going to be more stuff being added to the game up until release of Extinction. I am pretty hyped. I'm going to be playing Ark. I'm about to start my Ark Survival Evolved Let's Play. We're going to go through every single map in the game. I've never done it. I've never completed any of the games legit. I've always ended up cheating with my rat bags, or I've joined them when they're ready to go and do a boss fight. But I've never gone from Survivor to Ascension on my own. So I'm going to do it. We're going to do it on every single map, take on every single boss. So stay tuned. That's coming out on Saturday. I am Jade Plays Games for all the best news, information about Ark Survival Evolved. Smash that like button, hit notifications on, come and join Discord where all this information was shared out earlier, and I'll see you rat bags very soon. Bye bye.